The Indus is the world's 5th largest delta system and home to the 7th largest mangrove forest, a unique ecosystem now under siege from erratic climate and man-made events. Seawater has increased salinity, while the flow of fresh water into the delta has dropped by nearly 80% since the 1950s.
Sea intrusion is one of the biggest threats to Indus Delta now. It has been affecting the delta from the past 2 decades. In terms of just land, 0.5 million hectares of fertile land has already been lost.
It's a combination of irrigation, hydropower, and the effects of climate change on glacial melt and rain patterns. Fisherwoman Aminat Bibi moved to the coastal village of Miru Tablu on Pakistan's Indus Delta 6 months ago. She and her family of 5 were forced to abandon their home in Mahmud Tablu, about 10 kilometers away, after rising sea levels swallowed their land. But here, fresh water is scarce, and fishing, once Aminat's source of livelihood, is no longer possible.
I went
back to the village where Aminat Bibi and her family lived before. All that remain are the skeletons of abandoned villages sitting in the ocean's incursion. This is the village of Mahmud Dablu near the port town of KT Bandar in the heart of Pakistan's Indus Delta. This area was once home to thriving settlements, but rising sea levels due to climate change have forced families to abandon their homes. The threat extends much further inland. Experts fear that major urban centers like Karachi could soon be affected.
Karachi is extremely threatened by the extreme climate change, sea intrusion. We have already been facing urban heat islands and extreme global warming in Karachi.
Karachi is already packed, and Karachi's absorption capacity is nearly zero. So people will migrate to other cities like Lahore, Islamabad, Pindi, Faisalabad, Multan.
The United Nations estimates that flooding across Pakistan this year affected over 6 million people, claimed more than 1,000 lives, wiped out 2 million hectares of fertile land, and destroyed over 229,000 homes. The fight to protect coastal communities and livelihoods here in Sindh began long ago. One of the most ambitious was the Delta Blue Carbon Project, launched in 2015.
We launched the world's largest mangrove restoration project, in which we are facilitating these people. During last 25 to 30 years, mangrove cover has been enhanced from 300 times.
But it's an uphill battle. Pakistan ranks among the top 10 countries most vulnerable to climate change. For CNA, I'm Hira Mustafa in KT Bandar, Sindh, Pakistan.